Okay, to get started on this, you're going to want the looms pointed in two different directions, and you want the middle bar out. So the first bar is pointed to the right, back bar is pointed to the left, and I'm right-handed, so this is my right-handed setup. And as I said, the middle bar is out for this. You're going to start by putting one color twisted down the bar. Start with one on the end, and then you're going to twist it and put it on, skipping in between each 8. And you're going to go all the way around in this manner. When you hit the bottom here, you want to go across. You're going to also skip the last one here, so that your ends wrap nicely and you have them go across. Okay, so that's your first row. You're going to take your next color and do the exact same thing over the same pegs. So that's your setup. Alright, from here on out, you're not twisting any bands. You're only doing it for your first row. The way I pick up my bands, just so you know, it just makes it easier. I've got a pile of each. And since I know my green's going on top, I just pick up a green and a pink every time. Of course, it's going to look harder since I'm doing it for the camera. I pick them up like so. I'll grab a green and I'll grab a pink. And I'll pick them up so I have them in the right order, and then I put them on. Because you're double capping, but you're double capping with 2 different colors every time. And it's always the same order, whatever colors you're using. And they're going in and filling the space for you. So the setup sort of looks like a dragon scale setup, except it's double capped. So a double capped dragon scale going all the way around, but you're not going to pull it over like a double capped dragon scale. So I put each of these bands in between the X bands, the 8 bands. So now every space is filled. Now that it's set up like this, I'm ready to start pulling over. Okay, the first row of pullovers you're going to do is you're going to go in to the third band down. So I'm going to my green, and I'm going to take that all the way around. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to pull it over to the inside. Okay, once I'm done that row, the next row I'm inverting. So I'm going in under this one, down to the bottom row, and pulling that through, up, and over to the inside. Oh, stay on. And the first row is the hardest one to do for this. Once you get past the first row, the rest are easier. It starts to come with it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just pushing it back down. And once you have them all inverted, you're going to push everything down. And you're going to put on your next row. Now, the last row you put on, if you're following along with me, would have been the rows that started here and here. So your next row, we're going to put on, we'll start with the outside rows. And go around. Now I'm just going to show this in this row one more time, just to keep, so that the video doesn't become way too long for us. And then you'll be able to rewind and watch again. And you're just going to alternate between your two positions for each row, just like you do when you're doing like a dragon scale. So for your next row, after you pull these over, it'll go on the middle two pegs. And you keep switching back and forth. Alright, so when you're pulling over, you start with the third one down, and you just pull it up over to the middle. All the way around and do this. So once you've done that, you go around and invert the next row. So you go under the second band, you grab the third, pull it up over. So I'm going over the first one, under the second, pulling the third, up and over. Alright, and then it gets pushed down. So I showed you how to do it twice. The next row is going to start in the middle of each of these. So it won't start at the end caps, it'll start at the alternating row. And you're going to keep alternating between rows. Make sure you push down each time. I'm going to do enough rows to where we're almost done. Come back and do one more row and show you how to take it off and finish it. Now to take this off, what you're going to do is you're going to take everything that's on the back loom and bring it to the front loom. And when you have it all on one loom, you're going to take the back loom off, or take the front loom off of the loom. So I'm going to use my tool to do that. I'm working with just the loom bar. It makes it easier. Okay, now when you go along this line, you're going to take the bottom two and pull them over the top two. And you can push everything down. And you're going to come back to the beginning. Once you've pulled everything over, you're going to put on another row. I'm sorry, single row. Another row of single bands. You started at the beginning set. And you're going to pull everything over onto this. For this end one, it's going to leave you with an extra one, which is fine. Push everything down. And do one more single row, starting with the second one in. Whoop. I overlapped up here. I was going to say, no, this is turning out wrong. I knew that. With the second one in. That way this one's gonna come down to the end. And then pull everything over again. Okay, so that's all pulled over. Now you're going to go down through, starting at the end. Take the last one off. Grab the next one and pull them through each other. And you're going to do this all the way through to the end. You can pull this one up over this one if that's easier for you. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. Alright, this is finishing off your bottom. And it's going to give you a nice pattern on your bottom also. And this is where you're going to put your clip, right here, where you can tie it here. So let me grab a clip. Doesn't matter what kind of clip you use here. Just make sure you put it through these two hoops. And there you have the bottom of your bag. All right, now I'm going to show you how to make the strap for it. The strap really can be any style you want. I like using what I believe is called a double cap single. I'm sure I will be corrected in that if I'm using the wrong kind. Please be gentle with your corrections. But let me go ahead and show you how to do that. Let me get some bands out. Alright, I'm going to start up here. And I'm just going to grab the first X up here and put my hook under it. Actually, I'm going to put it under a little more, maybe like at least 4 or 5 bands here. Take my first pair of bands and pull it through, push the hook forward and put it on the end. And then I'm going to get my second set of bands, pull it through all 4, push the hook forward, put it on the end. And I'm going to keep doing this until I've built a strap as long as I want it. Pull it back, push it forward, put it on the end. Pull it back through, push it forward, put it on the end. When I do these, I like to put my clips up in the middle of the strap somewhere rather than hooking my clips on the ends near the purse. Only 'cause I think it looks better that way. All right, so I'm actually going to stop the strap here just so I can start my next one. So I can give you the idea of how I do my straps. All right, so the next strap I'm going to start on the other side. Put it under several, grab it and pull it through, push it forward, put it on the end. Grab two of my red bands, which aren't cooperating. Pull them through, push it forward, put it on the end. Through, forward, put it on the end. Through, forward, push it on the end. Okay, so you should have the idea of how to do that. And then basically I build my straps tall enough to where I want it. I think I'm going to make this bag a shoulder bag, so I'm going to make nice long straps on this. And when they get as long as I want, I'm going to meet them at the end, and I'm going to clip them in the middle where I want them, or somewhere off to the side so it's not really noticeable where I put the clip. So that is how I make my dragon's tongue bag that you can use. This is about the size. This is definitely big enough to put an iPhone in, so you can use this as an iPhone sleeve. It's a nice size for a bag for just about anything. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Please let me know. Please check out my other tutorials, and thanks for watching.